Thank you, Mr. Chairman. 7340 is legislation that I've been working on with advocates in the reproductive health advocacy community for quite some time. I came of age in a time when the birth control pill had FDA approval but was illegal in many states. It was not until 1965 that the federal Supreme Court in Griswold versus Connecticut decision found the law to be unconstitutional invasion of marital privacy. I came of age in a time when women who needed to end their pregnancies had no choice but dangerous back alley abortions, and too many children were left without mothers because their mothers died of sepsis. The 1973 Roe v. Wade decision changed that. I came of age in a time when the term marital rape was an oxymoron. It wasn't until the 1990s that a husband could be prosecuted for raping his wife. Women have abortion, rape, and contraception laws limited women's autonomy, their control over their own bodies, which meant their health and economic viability, and the health and economic viability of families was limited. Women have come too far. 7340 will put in Rhode Island law the status quo regarding reproductive freedom that has existed in Rhode Island since the 1973 Roe v. Wade decision. And it would take out of our law books laws that have been found unconstitutional but remain on the books. 11.3, for instance, needs to be taken out of our laws. It states that life begins at conception, and anything that causes a induced miscarriage of that life that began at conception is a felony. That's 11.3. This legislation would repeal that law that's still on the books. Another law to be removed requires a woman to consult with her husband before she can have an abortion. I am sure that most married women make this very difficult decision with their husbands. But what of the battered wife who has not yet summoned the nerve to leave her husband, but fears for her life if he learns that she would have an abortion? You will hear of several other laws to be removed or modified. The current administration in DC is bent on rolling back our personal autonomy, and legislation is moving around the country towards laws to challenge our autonomy with a newly conservative Supreme Court. The U.S. Supreme Court has protected women and families for 50 years. Now I think we must act to protect ourselves here in Rhode Island. Thank you. And I'm happy to answer any specific questions.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Representative Knight.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Rep. Ajello, thank you for bringing this bill. I just have a question for you. Does your bill provide for any public money to finance private abortions?
Absolutely not.
And does your bill force a doctor to perform an abortion on demand if it goes against his or her medical ethics?
Absolutely not.
That's what I thought. Thank you.
Thank you.